I can eat little bits of him, maybe eat his foot, his ankle, his leg. He can still start fires for me while I'm eating those parts. So he can help to keep me alive, help cook himself.
My name's David Diley. I'm with Scuba Diver magazine at the Go Diving 2020 show, asking all the important questions that you need the answers to. Right, so what we're doing now, it's a 12 or 13 questions, quick fire round, and I want you to answer it in as few words as possible, as concise as possible, and the most important thing is honesty, because these are the things that the people want, need to know. Yeah,
amazing, brilliant.
Not enough honesty in the world today, so we are changing that.
As quickly as possible, as honest as possible.
So, this is an easy one. Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Saeed Rashid. I'm a professional underwater photographer, amongst many other things.
How many dives have you got to date, roughly, under your belt?
Probably around 2,000.
Best place you've ever dived?
Oh, it's hard to beat Egypt, isn't it? Really is hard to beat Egypt. But Asia is incredible. But Egypt, for my playground, is yeah.
And the worst place you've ever dived?
I'll probably say my worst dive I've ever had was off a pool, but it isn't the worst place in the world to dive. But I can't.
We'll take that. We'll take that. Is a mermaid a human with a fish's tail or a fish with a human upper body?
Oh, human with a fish's tail.
Nice.
Yeah, ops.
Wetsuit or dry suit?
Oh, wetsuit.
Do you pee in your wetsuit?
All the time, non-stop. It doesn't stop.
A man after my own heart. What is your bucket list destination?
Cocos. It's got to be Cocos.
You've not done it yet?
No, not done it yet. Gutted, I haven't done it yet. Someone please send me to Cocos. Please send me to Cocos.
Sharks or dolphins?
Dolphins are arrogant. Yeah, sharks rock.
Good man.
Dolphins are arrogant.
Again, man after my own heart. What is the best thing about diving?
Not having access to my mobile phone. Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Worst thing about diving?
Not having access to my mobile phone.
If there was one living person you would least like to be on a liveaboard with, who is it?
Least like? Oh, no.
Think of the guest from hell.
The guest from hell? I actually don't know, because I like all people. I like being challenged by people and not... Yeah, I don't know.
You did say be honest.
Oh, I really don't know. It's got to be Celine Dion, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
Why? Celine Dion? Of all the people on
I've
earth.
got no idea. It just came into my head.
Interesting.
Oh, no, I've got it.
Go.
Well, it's got to be Trump, isn't it?
This is the first time he's come up, so that's not a massive surprise.
That is an honest answer, but I just couldn't think. But it's got to be Trump.
The amazing thing is that Celine Dion came up.
I've got no idea how Celine Dion
unusual,
was
very unusual.
Very weird.
This is the key question. I think that we are getting a lot of very interesting answers to this one, and I think the people at home are really going to be very interested to hear what your answer to this question is. So, if you were stranded on a desert island, which one diver who is present at the show would you choose to be there with you purely as a source of food in the event you resort to cannibalism?
Well, my first thoughts when you were asking that question has got to be Andy Torbert. But before you ask about the cannibalism, because he's quite lean, isn't he? He hasn't got much to him. No, I'm still going to say Andy, just because he's done some amazing things. So maybe I can eat little bits of him, maybe eat his foot, his ankle, his leg. He can still start fires for me while I'm eating those parts. So he can help to keep me alive, help cook himself. Yeah, maybe Andy. Yeah.
I feel like we've had a little insight into the dark recesses of your soul today with that answer. You think about it, what you just said, that's incredibly dark.
Yeah, but also quite sensible if you think about it.
Well, the most important thing, it is sensible and it's honest, and that's what we want. We want honesty. That's what we wanted.
Sorry, Andy, but I do want to eat you.
Finally, we'll go semi-serious. One thing you'd change about diving to encourage more new people to take up the sport?
Oh, I want more people to dive in the UK. I think, Everyone thinks it's cold, it's dark, it's horrible. Yes, it can be cold and dark and horrible, but it can also be beautiful. So I would like us to embrace British diving a bit more. So I don't think that's necessarily a change, but I think people just need to embrace that British stuff. The question earlier was dive in a wetsuit or dry suit. I will dive in a dry suit in England very rarely, but I will dive in a wetsuit as much as possible. So you don't need a dry suit. Get in a wetsuit. You might be a little bit chilly, but it doesn't last long. You see some amazing things.
Good answer. Cheers, Saeed.
Thanks,
excellent,
mate.
lovely.
Well done,
Thank you very much. No worries. Well done.
Okay, bye.